Hello, good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to This Date in History, also known as TDH. This show is all about the events that occurred to date in years past, both recognized by actual historians, but mainly things that we personally find intriguing enough for us to bring to you. The sources of this information come from the smart device application, Today in History, What Happened Today in History, Historical Calendar, and the website onthisday.com. For links to those sources, the music, and anything else potentially interesting that we gather throughout the show, and that's already here, check the underbar of the description below. Anyway, I am A.O. Xander, and you are you. Today is Tuesday, also known as Tuesday, July 12, 2022. What happened on this date in history, you may ask? Well, we will start in the year of 1191, in which English King Richard I the Lionheart and his crusaders defeated the Saracens in Palestine. Man, that is one hell of a cool crown, dude. A helmet crown? Like, dude, I want that. That's cool. 1442, King Alfonso V of Aragon became King of Naples. Cool. 1537, during the Battle of Albanqui, Diego de Almagro was defeated by an army led by Alonso de Alvarado on behalf of Francisco Pizarro. Wow. That sounds like a limerick. 1627, English invasion fleet under George Villiers landed on the Isle de Ré, forced to withdraw after 3 months of combat and losing 4,000 of their 7,000 troops. Dang. 1679, Britain's King Charles II ratified Habeas Corpus Act, allowing prisoners the right to be imprisoned to be examined, allowing prisoners' rights to be imprisoned to be examined by a court. Okay, well that's confusing. 1690, during the Battle of Boyne, in Ireland, Protestant King William III defeats English Catholic King James II. In 1700, Gelderland accepted the Gregorian calendar. Yesterday was June 30th, 1700 for them. Alright. This calendar stuff is messing with my head, dude. Like, after that comment I made yesterday, like, am I going to be reporting on that thing again in 10 days? Like, man. Anyway, moving on up into 1745, the warship Elizabeth joined the Bonnie Prince Charlie's frigate Dotelle NS, whatever that is. New style, I guess. 1771, the Endeavour, captained by James Cook with Joseph Banks aboard, returned from its first voyage to the Pacific after 2 years. Interesting. And this is a really interesting painting. It's not really that often you get a full front. It's always like a slight profile to some degree, you know? Or like the body is profiled or something. This is straight up staring right at you. That's a power move, dude. Damn. 1804, former United States Secretary of the Treasury Alexander Hamilton died after having been shot during a pistol duel the previous day by Vice President Aaron Burr. Oh, so, Dick Cheney wasn't the first. Dang. 1843, Mormon leader Joseph Smith said God allowed polygamy. Yeah, sure he did, pal. You cultist. 1861, Wild Bill Hickok, reputed to have shot and killed David McDaniels, possibly his first kill. Hickok was later acquitted after found he acted in self-defense. Yeah. And, what was the dead man's hand? Like, let me look that up here real quick. Dead man's hand. Yeah, 2 aces and 2 eights. That's because when Wild Bill Hickok got killed, he got shot in the back. It's a whole thing, and he was playing poker, and that was the hand he had. 1901, Cy Young won his 300th game. Cool. 1902, Arthur Balfour succeeded Lord Salisbury, who returned as British Prime Minister on July 11th. Alright. 1906, Alfred Dreyfus was found innocent in France. Oh yes, the Dreyfus Affair. Give that a read. 1921, Babe Ruth, the Great Bambino, set a record of 137 career home runs. Nice. Moving on up into 1926, Paavo Nurmi walked a world record of 4 by 1,500 meters. in 16 minutes, 26.2 seconds. Alright. He walked. Huh. Is it power walking? I don't know. 1930, Australian cricket master batsman Don Bradman was out for 33 in drawn third test versus England at Headingley, Leeds innings, 383 minutes, 46 times fours. 1930, during the U.S. Open men's golf at the Interlachen Country Club, defending champion Bobby Jones won a record-trying fourth U.S. Open title by 2 strokes from McDonald Smith, third consecutive major title. 1943, Pope Pius XII received German ambassador Baron von Weizsäcker. Interesting name. 1944, the U.S. government recognized authority of French General Charles de Gaulle. Yes, that guy was amazing. Really, really amazing. He started the what's it called? The resistance. So yeah. 1946, Benjamin Britten's Rape of Lucerda premiered at Glyndebourne Opera Festival. Hey, that's the name of the thing, dude. Don't yell at me for saying that word. 1954, President Eisenhower put forward a plan for an interstate highway system, and yes, and a really good quote. You know, because I've seen a couple videos and stuff, and some stuff on TV about the highways, and the quote is, "The United States is not so great that it has highways. The United States is great because it has highways and the freeway system and all that stuff. That allows all this trade. That allows, like easier access to go, like fix, key components in our infrastructure. It allows, ease of movement for military units and such. If ever so happens to be a home invasion, or if the military is used to suppress the people, whichever the way, but, yeah. No, like the roads are the most key component in infrastructure of any nation. So, and once again, the whole highway, concept and all that stuff came out of Germany, the Autobahn. 1964, during U.S. Open women's golf at the San Diego Country Club, Mickey Wright won her 4th Open in a playoff with Ruth Jessen. 1966, Baltimore Orioles third baseman Brooks Robinson voted MLB All-Star Game MVP. Cool. 1970, during the British Open men's golf at the St. Andrews, Jack Nicklaus defeated Doug Sanders by 1 stroke in event's first 18-hole playoff to win the second of his 3 Open championships. Here's this guy again with that medal. So, maybe that is a golfing thing. 1970, Thor Heyerdahl crossed the Atlantic Ocean on the raft Ra 2, arriving in Barbados from Morocco after 57 days. Let's take a look at this raft. Ra 2. Images. Oh, well, that's pretty cool. Let's get a bigger picture of that. Huh. That's not a raft. That's straight up... That's a trireme. Well, not a trireme, but, like... Yeah. That's really cool. He built that. Dang. 1979, Disco Demolition Night at Coxsackie Park. Fans went wild, destroying disco records, and caused the White Sox to forfeit their second game of a doubleheader to the Detroit Tigers. Dang. 1981 saw, during U.S. Senior Open men's golf at the Oakland Hills Country Club, Arnold Palmer comfortably won an 18-hole playoff against Billy Casper and Bob Stone. And speaking of Arnold Palmer's, I might just have one. I already have my sweet tea. 1984, Geraldine Ferraro became the first U.S. female major party vice presidential candidate after Walter Mondale selected her as his Democratic Party running mate. 1985, doctors discovered a cancerous growth in President Reagan's colon. Again with Reagan's colon. Why do we care about Reagan's colon? Why is that highlighted? Why is that documented? I don't want to know about Reagan's colon, but here it is. Loud and proud. God. 1987, U.S. Senior Open Men's Golf, Brooklawn CC Country Club. South African Gary Player won by a record 6 strokes ahead of Doug Sanders. 1989, New York Yankee pitching great Ron Guidry retired, 170-91, .651, 3.79 ERA, whatever that means. Do I have any viewers? No, I don't. 1990, Boris Yeltsin quit the Soviet Communist Party. Ah. Alright, just as the ship is sinking, you know. Evacuate. 2 years later, 1992, Axl Rose was arrested on riot charges in St. Louis stemming from a concert on July 2nd. I want that hat. That's a really cool hat. I want that hat. It reminds me of that hat from, like, you know, Scary Movie 2 or whatever it was. I think it was 3, actually. When, like, you know, the sheriff, her hat kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger. I gotta watch that scene after this video. 1993, Andrew Lloyd Webber's musical Sunset Boulevard, based on Billy Wilder's 1950 film, starring Patti LuPone and Daniel Benzali, opened at the Adelphi Theatre in London. Why does this guy look so familiar? 1995, Enrique Iglesias released his last album, Enrique Iglesias. Wow, what an egotist. 1996, Kirby Puckett, MLB center fielder, retired after 12 seasons from Minnesota Twins due to loss of vision in one eye. Well, 12 seasons is still a good ride, my friend. 1996 as well, Michael Jordan signed an NBA contract with the Chicago... What the fuck was that? Chicago... What the hell was that? The Chicago Bulls for 1 year for $30.1 million. Well, seriously, that was weird. 1998 FIFA World Cup final. Stade de France at Saint Denis. Saint Denis. I thought that was something in RDR2 or something. Zinedine Zidane scored twice as France won the first World Cup, defeating Brazil 3-0. Damn, Brazil, not even one. Come on. 1998, South African President Nelson Mandela accompanied Queen Elizabeth II on a coach drive through the streets of London. That's pretty cool. 2002, Hindi film Devdas premiered, directed by Sanjay Leela Bhansali and starring Shah Rukh Khan, Aishwarya Rai, and Madhuri Dixit. It later received the Best Filmfare Awards. What is wrong with my brain? All of a sudden, like, am I having a stroke? Like, my vision's getting kind of weird. That's weird. 2013, Malala Yousafzai addressed the United Nations and called for a worldwide access to education. Yeah, I agree. 2015, during Wimbledon men's tennis, god damn. Novak Djokovic successfully defended his title for third Wimbledon crown, defeating Roger Federer 7-6, 6-7, 6-4, and 6-3. 365 days later, in 2016, Bernie Sanders endorsed fellow Democratic presidential candidate Hillary Clinton in a speech in New Hampshire. Yeah, look at that face. Like, hey, I'm getting endorsed. 2018, Mission Impossible Fallout, directed by Christopher McQuarrie, and starring Tom Cruise, Henry Cavill, Ving Rhames, Simon Pegg, and Rebecca Ferguson, premiered in Paris. Hey, look at you, Simon Pegg. Get out there. 2018, Sandra Oh was the first woman to be nominated for an Emmy Award in a leading role for Killing Eve. 2018 as well, U.S. President Donald Trump arrived in the UK for a 4-day visit amid protests. Before we get into births and deaths, what was your, like any articles grab your attention? Do you have any, anything to add to articles? Any questions? Any answers? Let's open up a dialogue, as I always say, in the comments section. Let's keep this going. The stream might be over, but the convo never is. Anyway, jumping on into bursts, in 1730, Josiah Wedgwood was born on this date. He was an English pottery designer and manufacturer for Wedgwood, born in Burslem, Staffordshire, England, dying in 1795. 1817 saw Henry David Thoreau. He was the American naturalist and pacifist Walden Pond. He was born in Concord, Massachusetts, dying in 1862. Oh yes, I remember hearing about this guy, and his little house and his little Walden Pond thing is in Fallout. Forgot 4. Is that what it is? Was it Fallout 4? I don't remember. The one where the father is actually your child. Anyway, 1852, Hipólito Yrigoyen was born on this date. He was the president of Argentina, serving from 1916 through 22, and then again in 1928 through 30, born in Buenos Aires, Argentina, dying in 1933. 1844, George Eastman, not to be confused with Alfred Westman. He was an American inventor, Kodak camera, founder of the Eastman Kodak Company, born in Walterville, New York, dying in 1932. Ah, well, the Kodak guy, nice. 1872 saw Emil Hácha being born on this date. He was a Czech politician. He was president of Czechoslovakia from 1938 to 39. He was the state president of Bohemia and Moravia from 1939 to 1945. And he was born in Throcivny, Bohemia, Austria-Hungary, dying in 1945. So he was a lifelong politician. I wonder if he died in the war. 45, you know? Although, at this time, I thought we've already, talked about Hitler's suicide in this show. So World War II in Europe is over in this time in history. So maybe he served till just after it. I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, 1904, Pablo Neruda was a Chilean poet, residence on Earth Nobel in 1971, born in Parral, Chile, dying in 1973. 1908, we have Milton Berle, also known as Milton Berle, also known as Uncle Milty or Mr. Television. He was a U.S. comedian and TV host, Texaco Star Theater, and noun, born in New York City, New York, dying in 2002, just 20 years ago. Wow. 1908 to 2002. That is one long life and very full of technological advancements. 1906, we have Lyudmila Pavlyuchenko as a Soviet sniper during World War II, known as Lady Death, the most successful female sniper in history with 309 confirmed kills, born in Bila Tskirva, Ukraine, Russian Empire, dying in 1974. Well, dang. Nice. 1920, we have Pierre Bertin. He was a Canadian author, War of 1812. He was born in Whitehorse, Yukon, dying in 2004. Bill Cosby, a.k.a. Bill Cosby, was born on this date, which I think he's innocent. Because what happened to him was in the height of all the Me Too movement, and potentially what gave it a lot of fire. Maybe even started it, actually. He is a U.S. actor and comedian. The Cosby Show, I Spy, Leonard Part 6. I wonder what happened to the other 5. He was born in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and he's still alive today. So, 1943, Christine McVie is a British rock keyboardist, vocalist, and songwriter. Fleetwood Mac, 1970 through 98, and 2014 through present. Don't Stop, You Make Loving Fun, Solo, Got a Hold on Me. Born in Bath, Lancaster, England. Lancashire, England. Yeah, well, I'm sorry for that Freudian slip, but, based off of the other 2 songs beforehand, my brain automatically assumed where she was going. There was a pattern for me. So, and you know how, songs are these days. Brock Lesnar, born on this date in 1977, a U.S. mixed martial artist and professional wrestler for the World Wrestling Federation. So, born in Webster, South Dakota. So, yeah, that is a mountain of a man that you don't want to come across the wrong way. Malala Yousafzai, born on this date in 1997, she is a Pakistani activist for female education and the youngest ever Nobel Prize recipient who was born in Mingora, Northwest Frontier Province. Moving on up into deaths, starting us off in 1536, we have Ursamus, Desiderius Ursamus was a humanist/priest. Novum instrumentum omni, died at the age of 69. I need to learn Imperium language, I swear, and I know it's Latin. 1804, Alexander Hamilton was a U.S. founding father and first Secretary of the Treasury, serving from 1789 through 95. He was killed by Vice President Aaron Burr in a pistol duel near Weehawken at the age of 49. Yeah. 1814, William Howe, 5th Viscount Howe, was a British military leader, commander of British forces in the American Revolutionary War, died at 84. Good. Fucking limey redcoats. 1892, Alexander Cartwright died on this date. He was a U.S. or an American Baseball Hall of Fame pioneer, recognized as the inventor of modern baseball, the father of baseball, died at the age of 72. 1910, Charles Rolls, British aviator and auto manufacturer who co-founded Rolls-Royce, died in a place crash at the age of 32, the first British person to do so. Dang. Gertrude Bell died on this date in 1926. She was a British archaeologist, desert and the Sound. Died at 57. In 1935, we have Alfred Dreyfus, French Jewish artillery officer. The Dreyfus Affair, died at 75. I had no idea he was Jewish. Let's see here. Who else died on this date? Edward Lee Howard died in 2002. He was a CIA case officer and alleged Soviet spy. Died at the age of 50 after breaking his neck during a fall. That sounds very, very Clinton-esque, right there. And that concludes the show. Once again, you can check the underbar for any links that you may find interesting for your dose of past events daily. We stream every day at 10 in the morning Pacific time. What else is on the script? Why can't I remember things? What's wrong with my brain today? For all of you and all of us, I am Xander, and you are you. And until you catch us tomorrow, do not forget to look right and left at every intersection, rate 5 thumbs, and subscribe. Until then, toodles.